This is a Huawei Send y530, and you can pick this phone up for around $20-$30 nowadays. I think when it was new, $200, and I just picked one up because why not? And it's a good little phone. I mean, it does everything that it needs to. Currently, it's running a Qualcomm Snapdragon 200 dual core, 1200 megahertz, and the camera is a 5 megapixel camera, as I'll currently show you in some of the photos that I've taken, which is there. I mean, when it focuses, it looks alright, and that's probably the best photo you can get out of it. It also has an editing option, which I probably won't use now. And I think in themes, you can adjust things, you can move your widgets around, and yes, this is Android 4.0. Well, 4.3 to be precise, and you can adjust wallpapers, home, transitions, you can do box, which actually looks quite cool, but yeah, animations. If you want it to be quicker, I wouldn't have these stuff. Settings, it does have 2 rear facing speakers you can't currently see, but I'll show you that when I'm telling you about the battery. And you can change the home screen style to a simple display, which I find looks a bit like the Windows display, and it's quite quick. And you have clock FM, which only works with the headphones that if you currently have, and I think AirPods and stuff. And it does have Bluetooth 4.0, and it does run on 4GB, not 4GB, 4G Wi-Fi, and it has front-facing speaker for calls, and it does have loudspeakers for when you want it on big speakerphone while you're on a call. And the storage is 4GB micro SD, but you can update that to 32GB, and it's very light, weighing at 135 grams, which is a very light phone. And this was in 2014, as I'm currently using Phone Arena for the specs here. I think it's 145 by looks of it. And the GPU is Adreno 203, and the RAM is 0.5 gigahertz, which is quite bad in today's standard, but it was alright back then. And the OS is, as I said, Android 4.3. Not a bad Android, but not great by any standard these days. And the battery, which I'll currently show, is 2100 megahertz in the cellular, which is alright, but the battery, as I was saying, is 1700 milliamps, sorry. I don't know what I'm doing, but sorry about my pronunciation and stuff, as the case is quite difficult to get off, and you do press buttons while you're at it. As I'll probably show you guys the Face ID in a sec, if I can actually get this case open. Oh, there it is. It's a plastic case, as you can see. For its battery, it's got a flashlight, which shines alright. It's got the SD there, with its 2 speakers there, as I currently am showing. The plastic case is very light. It only shows 1 speaker, which is quite surprising. Sadly, they're not down there or even front facing. But yeah, there's the Face ID. Can be quite slow or quick. It does have notes, as I've currently got. Email, clock, and all the Google stuff. It does run apps still supported by Play Store, and I think YouTube I'll show you guys. It runs quite fast, actually, surprisingly for me, and it does take a little bit to load, but it has a little bit of lag, but not exactly horrible, as we can currently play a video. Right, as its ad there. It sounds kinda crispy and stuff. But yeah, it does run Spotify and stuff, as you can currently see. I wouldn't say it's a great display. Quite laggy sometimes. But 4G, it probably isn't fastest by any mean. Home screen is LEDs and all that. And yeah, it also does run on Wi-Fi and 802.11bgn and USB 2.0 on the bottom. And you can get still cases like this, probably quite hard to find. And it's micro USB, which is the connector. And it's a mass storage device, and yeah, it has GPS with Google Maps and stuff. It also has computer sync, and yeah, which currently comes with it. So you can see multimedia. It does have earpiece connectors there. I think it's about a 3.5mm jack port. And what else? It's very light. It has a compass, it's accelerometer. It's got even light sensors and voice dialing, voice commands, as we can say, OK Google. And yeah, I wonder if it'll work. OK Google. Yeah, I don't know. But it does take a wee while to load, as we can go on the Spark website and look at phones and stuff. It's taking quite a while, but it does work. I've tried it a few times. Yeah. It does run mostly all the apps. So you can go phones. It sometimes will. It really depends. It's quite, I don't know, really odd to use. It sometimes will be happy and sometimes it won't. Is it currently, its screen to body ratio is 63%, so it's alright. And I think it retailed at around $100 to $200 new. And its battery does run talk time 7.16 hours and standby time is 24.6 days, 591 hours. And 3G talk time, the one before was 4G, is 10.60 hours. Not exactly great. Standby time using 3G is 25.5 days. And probably lasts about 2 hours on today's standards. It's actually been quite good on Wi-Fi, as I've used it for the current hour. And it was on half battery, so it's been quite good. But yeah, if I was in 2014, I'd recommend this phone, but there is certainly better options, and probably don't buy it in today's standard, even though it comes with a few quirks and features, which I do recommend. Anyway, hopefully you guys drop a like and a sub for the video, and bye if you want more content.